It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A strengthening storm system will track from the southern plains to New England this week with widespread hazardous weather. Severe thunderstorms and excessive rainfall are possible from the plains into the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys. Dry, gusty winds bringing critical fire weather to the southern high plains, and heavy snow with high winds possible over the higher elevations of New England later this week. Closer to home, another round of showers possible this afternoon, but drier and warmer conditions are expected tomorrow and Thursday. Breezy conditions expected on Friday, becoming windy on Saturday due to the next upper trough which is swinging by. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Democrat Steve Brockett suspended his bid for the State House yesterday, effectively making Ashley Myers the presumptive nominee to face John Block in November. I spoke with Myers to get a comment about both Brockett and Block.
He is a good friend, and it's been, for a long time he was my boss. I feel for him, dealing with cancer myself, having to lose somebody that's hard. I can imagine. I'm glad he's taking care of himself.
Now that leaves you and John Block, correct?
It certainly does.
What do you think that dynamic change is going to end up looking like?
I don't know. The only experience I have with him is when I ran the petition, and he was quite unkind. He's very good at attacking people. I don't live my life that way, so I'm not really sure how that'll go.
Brockett endorsed Myers. We reached out to John Block for comment via multiple means and received no response. This Friday begins the Sacramento Mountains Wildfire Academy. I spoke with Sandy Kirchenman.
Well, we offer classes for our firefighters so that they can be better prepared for the wildfire season that's coming. They offer beginner classes, so if you've never done anything with wildfire fighting, we offer a class for that. We are offering also this year 2 community classes. So one is basic CPR AED, and then the other one is chainsaws, chainsaw safety. And so those are free to the community.
The website for more information is smwa-cloudcroft.com. The film First We Bombed New Mexico will be shown this Sunday in Las Cruces. If you like, a bus will be traveling from Tularosa to Cruces to take you at no charge. I spoke with Paul Pino of the Tularosa Basin Downwinders Consortium.
At 11 a.m. at the Community Center at 1050 North Bookout Road in Tularosa, New Mexico. And we're going to have a 56-passenger bus that has a bathroom. You can bring your beverages and food. And so it's going to be real comfortable, and it's free.
Movie tickets are around $10 and will not be sold at the door.
And you can find them at the Las Cruces International Film Festival website.
For more information, call or text Paul Pino, 505-459-4112. The Alamogordo White Sands Regional Airport is having an open house coming up. I spoke with Luke.
So the airport open house will be Saturday, April 13th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The EAA Ford Tri-Motor Tour is bringing their 1929 Ford Tri-Motor plane, and you can book your flight on flytheford.org.
The open house itself is free to attend. Check out the City of Alamogordo Facebook page for details. The Republican Party of Otero County presents the Taxpayers Ball, that's spelled B-A-W-L. Vice Chair Josh Beasley had this to say.
We have a huge event coming up on April 13th. We're calling it the Taxpayers Ball, as in crying ball. And we are going to have a guest speaker, former senior advisor to President Trump. Tana Gortz is going to be our keynote speaker, and we're going to have a chili cook-off. Bring in your best chili, and whoever's voted the best chili, they get a great prize. And we're going to do a cake auction as well. Whoever's cake goes for the highest price, they're going to get a prize as well. We got some great prizes lined up. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be April 13th, starting at 4 p.m. at the Elks Lodge.
For more information, check out the Republican Party of Otero County Facebook page. Well, today is Tuesday. Let's get an introspection from Pastor Johnny Walker.
Hey, this is Johnny Walker with this week's introspection. Just a word of encouragement, some inspiration, a little sunshine to put in your pocket. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Every setback is a chance to learn and come back stronger. Believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams. And believe that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. You are powerful beyond measure. You have the ability to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. So stand tall. Lift your head high. Face each day with a positive attitude and a determined spirit. You are deserving of all the good things that life has to offer. So don't let negativity and self-doubt hold you back. Embrace positivity. Speak words of affirmation and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are a shining light in a world that can sometimes be dark. So go forth with confidence, courage, and a heart full of love. The world is waiting for you to shine. This is Johnny Walker with this week's introspection. Y'all be blessed, be a blessing, and we'll see you back here, same place, same time on Tuesday on Crazy Radio.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
44-year-old Brian Ghani of Sheprock is facing federal charges for killing 2 people and seriously injuring a third in a head-on collision while driving under the influence of alcohol. Ghani is an enrolled member of the Navajo Nation and charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter and 1 count of assault resulting in serious bodily injury related to that crash, which occurred on December 1st of 2023. If convicted, Ghani faces up to 10 years in prison. The New Mexico Supreme Court ruled that the caps on workers' compensation for disabilities from mental impairments are unconstitutional. The court states that both mentally disabled workers and physically disabled workers are impaired in their capacities to perform work. A mental disability compensable under the Workers' Compensation Act affects workers in the same way as a compensable physical disability does by preventing them from earning a wage due to an on-the-job accident. The ruling stemmed from a case involving Ana Lilia Cardenas, a special education teacher who injured her knee while working for Aztec Municipal Schools. Workers can get 7 to 200 weeks of benefits for a scheduled accidental injury, such as a knee injury. As a result, a judge awarded Cardenas 150 weeks of benefits for that injury. Cardenas also suffered a subsequent mental impairment, so now she's eligible for compensation as a non-scheduled injury. Non-scheduled injuries are often more difficult to assess and evaluate. They often involve more complex issues and may have a greater impact on the worker's ability to perform their job. The justices ruled unanimously in favor of Cardenas. The Hermit's Peak Calf Canyon fire ravaged northeastern New Mexico nearly 2 years ago.
Let me be clear. We will be here for you in response and recovery for as long as it takes.
Yeah, well, about that, Mr. President. While FEMA has been working to get claims approved, a lot of people are still frustrated with the process, the length of time it's taking, and the mistakes being made. Local FEMA officials say that around 63% of claims that they've received have been approved for payment. But Heather Vukanich told KRQE that she's still waiting for relief and losing faith in the process.
Rogers Ranch was basically decimated during the fire. There were hundreds of acres of trees burned, our neighbor's property, and so the fire came right up to the edge of our house.
Although her home was spared by the fire, Vukanich is still waiting to get paid from the damage. The feds tallied over $1 million in damages, which includes an adobe home, tree damage, and other land damages. Of that $1 million, she has received $1,000. Hoping to expedite the process, Vukanich recently went in person to a FEMA event in Mora. After a 3-hour wait, she did not receive good news.
The person I was able to talk to said that, yes, we have lost 2 pieces of paperwork. And my lawyer sent me emails where he actually had acknowledgments from FEMA saying we have received that paperwork.
Spokesman John Mills says FEMA recognizes the continued problems.
This has not been a perfect process. Congress directed FEMA to launch a brand new program, something FEMA does not ordinarily do after every disaster. But we are making some operational changes and we are continuing to staff up.
The claims office has approved $465 million and over 2,000 claims so far, but admits much more needs to be done.
We're really focused on unmet needs. What damage did the fire do to your life? What assistance have you already received? And how can the claims office help fill those gaps?
To help process claims, FEMA recently announced that they are expanding their Mora office as well as extending hours there to work one-on-one with anyone impacted. According to federal rules, FEMA is supposed to be making a decision on claims within 180 days of acknowledging a property owner's notice of loss. A group of claimants waiting on payments has a lawsuit against FEMA pending in federal court. You will recall a few months ago we talked about the city of Farmington planning and then canceling a gun buyback event. And then New Mexicans, to prevent gun violence, went ahead and accepted, then destroyed, guns anyway without performing background checks and still handed out gift cards. San Juan County Sheriff Shane Ferrari spoke with KOB.
The chief announced the gun buyback program, and several citizens came forward with concerns of our new background check law that was implemented in 2019.
Miranda Viscoli, the co-president of New Mexicans to Prevent Gun Violence, had this to say.
The reason why we dismantled firearms in Farmington County was because when that gun buyback was canceled, there were people that were, for safety reasons, wanted those firearms dismantled.
The Attorney General stated that if a nonprofit partners with law enforcement, they do not have to perform a background check. But when law enforcement is not present to take a gun, a background check is required because the gift card amounts to a sale. Ah, but wait, there's more. If the gun is destroyed and then the gift card is issued, you're no longer technically buying a gun.
We feel 100% vindicated, and we knew we would, because we knew that what we were doing was not going against the law.
She said something very similar when she appeared here on Crazy Radio. The important part is to remember that the loophole only works if the guns are in what's called permanently inoperable condition.
Not realizing that we continue to dismantle our firearms. There is no gunsmith in the world that would waste their time trying to put together any of our firearms.
The sheriff says he's fine with legal gun buybacks, and the nonprofit says they will continue to do them. Sports and weather are next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 33 games for New Mexico softball today, including Hatch at Chaparral. And this one's going to be exciting. Number 1 versus number 2. Centennial comes to Alamogordo. Go Lady Tigers. There are 41 games for New Mexico baseball today, including Mescalero at Elida. Hatch comes to Tularosa. Go Wildcats. Alamogordo at Centennial. Go Tigers. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for partly sunny skies with a 30% chance for showers. Mostly clear skies tonight, sunny and warmer tomorrow. High today of 59, low tonight of 37, high tomorrow 70 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly cloudy skies with a 50% chance of snow. New snow accumulation less than 1 inch expected. Thunder is possible. Winds will be gusting as high as 22 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, winds gusting as high as 18. Sunny and warmer tomorrow. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 36. Wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 10. Low tonight of 23. High tomorrow, 48 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.